Honorable Chief Minister Sindh, Honorable Minister Mr. Sadiq Memon, respected President of IDRU, Dr. Nadra Panjwani Sahiba, and respected Vice Chancellor of NED University, and I can say a friend, Dr. Sarosh Lodhi and his team, and all the honorable guests sitting here in the audience today, the media community, especially the children of IDRU, the teachers, the whole team of IDRU and other NGO organizations that are present here. Assalamu alaikum to all. I'm very happy to be here today, and I would also like to confess that I've not been here before, though I knew that this is a very old organization, but did not know that it started in 1921. So that's history, and I think that this event gave me an opportunity to learn more about this organization, this very institution, and it gives me a feeling of pride to be standing here today before you all and addressing not only the audience but particularly the students. I want to appreciate the efforts that were put here prior to my coming on stage, this song, and also Mr. Suhail, who was here playing the keyboard. So Suhail Saab, well done. I mean, I have a speech before me, but I really don't know if I should go into that because this makes me very emotional when I come. And when I come to an event like this and I see so much hard work put in by those for whom it's not easy. And we've not made it easy for them, unfortunately. But I'm glad to hear what my brother Sadiq Memon said, that a lot is being done, and he admits and he realizes that a lot has to be done. He has achieved some goals, as also mentioned by Dr. Panjwani, but there's more to be done. We are signatories of some conventions like the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, which was adopted in December 2006 by the United Nations, and also the 17 Sustainable Goals and the Agenda for 2030. I don't know how easy will it be for us to achieve the goals set before, particularly in regards with the goal 4 and 10, which we just heard in the online address from UNESCO. It seems to be a huge challenge, but there has to be hope, and we can't lose it. And it reminds me of a quote by Dr. Stephen Hawking, who said, "Disability need not be an obstacle to success." So that's very important. We need to move forward and remove all obstacles in our way. As you all know, I am the Minister for Poverty Alleviation and Social Safety. At the same time, I am the chairperson of Benazir Income Support Program. And at Benazir Income Support Program, we have a database about persons living with disabilities, and it is playing a vital role to facilitate and empower this population by their inclusion in the program as per our criteria. During the recent ongoing NSCR's desk-based survey, differently abled people were given priority while their visits to data collection centers. Also, specific protocols are in place for these groups, such as a separate registration desk, facilitation by staff, etc. NSCR registration centers facilitate every person with disability for survey registration who approaches the center. BISP recognizes that being differently abled is one of the major conditions that make a person dependent and vulnerable, but unfortunately it carries no weightage in the original PMT score. Therefore, a separate policy provision has been created to ensure extended coverage to such people and their families. While the general cutoff criteria for a household to become eligible for the BISP benefits is 32 PMT, the limit is relaxed by 5 points, from 32 to 37 for households having at least one member with disability. Apart from this, the Benazir Undergraduate Scholarship Scheme has a 2% quota which is reserved for people who are differently abled. And then I would like to also talk about the efforts for streamlining the differently abled in all its existing and new programs. A major hurdle that I'd like to speak about, and I'd like the kind attention of the Honorable Chief Minister and the Minister concerned. So this is an issue that I want to draw your attention towards. A major hurdle in enrolling households with disabled persons is in the Benazir Kifalat program has been the limited availability of the special CNICs of persons with disabilities. The present procedure for getting a SCNIC, as you call it, from NADRA, starting with getting the medical certificate of disability, is a long process, due to which the majority of disabled persons, especially those from the poorest households, are unable to obtain their special CNICs. To facilitate the differently abled desks of NADRA, the Council for Rights of Persons with Disabilities and the National Institute of Rehabilitative Medicine have been set up at recently established BISP One Window Center at Islamabad. This is enabling the potential unregistered differently abled BISP beneficiaries to get certificate of disability as well as applying for getting special CNIC at the NADRA desk. What I would like, because since you're all here, and I feel that this is one window operation of the Benazir Income Support Program in Islamabad, where we, with the help of other organizations, are trying to make the process easy. But this has to be easy for everyone in Pakistan, in all provinces of Pakistan, in all districts of Pakistan, in all union councils of Pakistan. So when we are here in Sindh today, I would just like to share one case story that happened to my sister, and she told me this morning. Well, I had to ask her again because I was coming here, though she told me the kind of problems that she went through. So my sister, who has polio, has an issue with her leg. Her CNIC expired when she was in the flood-hit district that we hail from. She realized that her CNIC had expired and she was busy in the flood activities. So she went to the NADRA desk and she wanted her CNIC made. So when they were ticking those boxes on the form, they said, oh, you don't need the SCNIC. She said, well, I wouldn't mind. She's never made one. So she said, why not? I can have one. So they had her tick that box of the special CNIC. But they said, for this, you need a certificate. So the government has to give you a certificate. She said, fine, where do I get it? So the person said, I don't know where you get it. So this is the ignorance on part of NADRA, A. Secondly, okay, she said, I'll talk to the DHO. She spoke with the DHO. Obviously, she gets some privilege. She's a senator, right? So she talks to the DHO and the DHO says, I'll make you one. And then he says, oh, wait a minute. I am told that a social welfare officer will make you this CNIC. Fine. Where is the social welfare officer? There was no social welfare officer in Sangha district. That's my home district. So the DHO writes to, because he was being kind, trying to help the senator. So, I mean, he wouldn't probably help other people, and I'm sure of that. So he helps the senator, and he calls an office in Karachi, which is the social welfare office or headquarters, and he tries to get this done, and he says, okay, in the meantime, I get you a certificate which, I'll send to you, and then you endorse and you send it back. Okay, fine. So this happens. And I think Ms. Sadiq Memon was also contacted by my sister during this process. So again, a privilege that she has and not many have. But still, she went through a lot of pain. She was probably going to give up during this whole process at some point in time. But she said, why not? Let me see if I can get it made. So from Karachi, there she receives the NADRA receives a certificate. Now there are 4 signatures to be done on that certificate. There is a chairman of the board, then there is another person, another person, another person. I don't know who the 3 people are other than the chairman. But there were 4 signatures required. She unfortunately got only 1 signature on the certificate. So Nadra said, oh, we can't do this. There's only 1 signature on the certificate. Fine. Then it goes back. So my sister has to wait more. And then my sister has to call the minister to intervene so that she gets that chairman of the board who happens to be in the province and not in the district to sign this. And also, by the way, the DG is unavailable, and you have to, thank you very much that you have to get hold of him and get him to sign this certificate. Well, this is a very painful story. When she went through it, I'm sure she was not too happy to narrate it, but I am, because she shared it with me today in the morning. And then another certificate comes, this time with the 4 signatures. Now it doesn't have a barcode. So Nadra is again saying there is no barcode on the certificate. And then I lost my sister, because this is what happens. You lose these people. You lose these people in the process, and so much that they have to go through. So I'm not going to read anything. I don't want to share any good messages today, but I want to sincerely bring your attention to this very painful subject, which is making the special CNIC cards. We are very grateful to President Asif Ali Zardari Sahab, who initiated the process on August 10, 2009. And finally, Pakistan realized that we need to give special identification to these people who will need it for many programs and many other facilitation that they need. But then unfortunately, we did have many people make it. In the process, we forgot to understand this whole process and to evolve it and to make it easier for these people. There are 2 key words here: accessibility and inclusivity. You make this accessibility easier when you help them at their doorstep, or if not, then at least at the district level or the union council level. I mean, just imagine having a board chairman sit in the headquarters of the province, and these people, I can bet there are many people who don't make this because they don't want to go through the hassle. My daughter is sitting here. She tried helping, please stand up. She tried helping a child, age 20, with CP. She gave up. That child doesn't have an SC and IC today. Because she said, Mama, this person has an issue, cannot walk, has to go first to get a form, then to Anushe, get the form, then to get the board examination, get the certificate, and then Nadra again. So please, I will talk to Nadra to sensitize them, I assure you, but I would appreciate if at least in this province, see, because there is a requirement to ensure that it's a genuine case. I understand. I completely understand. But when you kind of filter this process and bring in the real people, you also discourage the real people, because the process, जो process है, वो बहुत मुश्किल है, बिल्कुल. तो इस process को आसान बनाने के लिए हमने ये कोशिश करनी है कि जितने भी स्पेशल नीड्स के साथ लोग हैं, जिसमें डेफ भी हैं, जिसमें फिजिकली चैलेंज्ड भी हैं, जिसमें मेंटली चैलेंज्ड भी हैं, अलग अलग किस्म के इश्यूज़ हैं, इन सब के लिए इस काम को, इस कार खैर को, इस अच्छे काम को, मैं अपनी बहन की मिसाल आपको इसलिए दे रही थी बिकॉज उसके पास ये प्रिविलेज था कि वो दूसरों को फ़ोन करे. हर बच्चे के पास, हर फैमिली के पास ये प्रिविलेज नहीं है. सो मेमन साहब, मे अल्लाह गिव यू मोर स्ट्रेंथ, एंड आई ट्रूली विल प्रे फॉर दिस टू हैपन. एंड चीफ मिनिस्टर साहब, आपसे भी गुजारिश है कि यूनेस्को के जो साहब बात कर रहे थे, उन्होंने कहा डेटा कलेक्शन, इसको आसान बनाएं. आपके पास बहुत डेटा होगा, اگر صرف طریقہ کار پہ غور کیا جائے, آپ اس بورڈ کو یہاں سے اٹھائیں, ہر ڈسٹرکٹ میں ڈالیں, اس بورڈ کو ہر ڈسٹرکٹ میں ڈالیں, تاکہ وہ بورڈ کے لیے وہاں اس کو کراچی خوار نہ ہونا پڑے. پلیز, دس از واٹ یو کین ڈو. آئی وڈ جسٹ سے کہ زیادہ ڈیٹا اسی وقت آتا ہے جب ڈیٹا کلیکشن ہوتی ہے, اور ڈیٹا کلیکشن اس وقت ہوتی ہے جب یہ ڈیٹا بیس کے اندر انفارمیشن جو جانے کا عمل ہے وہ آسان ہو. سو ود دس آئی تھنک جسٹ لائک ٹو سے دیٹ جو ایجوکیشن کے بارے میں ڈاکٹر پنجوانی نے کہا, آئی اپریشیٹ دیٹ اینڈ اٹس ویری امپورٹنٹ کہ یہاں تک نہیں ڈاکٹر صاحبہ, ہائر ایجوکیشن تک آسانیاں ہوں. میں نے میمن صاحب سے پوچھا, انہوں نے کہا کچھ دشواریاں تھیں جن کو ٹیکل کیا ہے, جس میں آسانی پیدا کی گئی ہے, لیکن اس سے زیادہ آسانی پیدا کرنے کی ضرورت ہے. الحمدللہ ہمارے وہ لوگ جن کو کوئی کسی قسم کی اسپیشل نیڈ ہے, ان کو صرف اسپیشل نیڈ ہے, صلاحیت اور قابلیت ان میں بے شمار ہے. آئی ٹیک پرائڈ ان these children sitting here and so many children جو باوجود دشواری کے ڈبل محنت کرتے ہیں لیکن اپنا کام کرتے ہیں اور اپنا لوہا منواتے ہیں. So a big round of applause to the children here and the children who are in Pakistan and trying to make a difference, because it is not the brawn that matters, it is the brain that matters, and it will always be that brain. We need to just help the brain to deliver, to succeed, and please don't pity them, just support them. That's all I'd like to say. Thank you very much once again. It is extremely an honor for me to be here. Thank you once again.